Okay, college biology. We are on cell membrane, passive transport, osmosis. This is part 2. It's going to be brief. 1. Aquaporins. We have talked about water diffusing through the plasma membrane, or the cell membrane. And if you had said, wait, Mr. Woodruff, water is a polar molecule, and that is a hydrophobic barrier. How in the world is this happening? Then you would be right. You're right. That's the barrier is supposed to prevent water from diffusing through it because it's polar. How does this happen? It would be attracted to the polar heads, and it wouldn't want to pass through the nonpolar hydrophobic region. Mr. Woodruff, what basket of lies have you been feeding us this entire semester? You're right. I omitted something for the sake of the discussion of diffusion and osmosis. Cell membranes have embedded, in part of their fluid mosaic model, many proteins, and one type of protein is called an aquaporin. It is a channel. It is a protein that's kind of a tunnel, and it's large enough for water to just pass through. So when water diffuses through a cell membrane, for the most part, it does so through aquaporins. That's it. Now, in rare, unlikely circumstances, because we know the fluid mosaic model of the cell, we know that it's fluid and that the plasma membranes can kind of wander in this weirdness, and that there can be space between them. Occasionally, you will find a water molecule that will seep through that, and even though there's a hydrophobic interaction, will kind of get itself forced in the middle and then wander through the other side. Kind of like, once a month, a phospholipid will flip to the other layer. It's kind of the same thing. Rarely a water molecule will squeak through between phospholipids because they're unconnected. It's a rare thing that happens. But for the most part, they diffuse through aquaporins, which are open channels that are just large enough for water to pass through. And smaller molecules can get through there, but some smaller molecules can get through the cell membrane directly. So aquaporins, it's a thing. That's number 1. Number 2, osmoregulation. Well, we talked about how sometimes cells can be shriveled up and sometimes cells can be burst if they have too much water coming in or too little, or too much water going out. Well, there are some organisms that have special features that help regulate how much water is in the cell. For our organisms, we've got blood that helps filter things in and out. We've got kidneys that help filter things in and out, let us know how much solute is in, how much solute is out. If we need more water, we might gulp down a bunch of water. If we're losing water, we might dump particles outside of the cell to increase the concentration of stuff outside of the cell in order to even out the water concentration so that we don't have water leaving the cell. But a cool thing that certain single-celled organisms have are a contractile vacuole. A contractile vacuole is a specialized vacuole, and vacuoles are really sort of like really high-end, fancy vesicles, really. They are storage areas. And this contractile vacuole can fill up with water as water enters the cell. They kind of funnel it to the contractile vacuole, and it fills up and it fills up and it fills up and it fills up with water. And it's surrounded by these proteins that when it gets to a certain point, it will squeeze the contractile vacuole. And there is a pore that the contractile vacuole is connected to directly to the cell membrane. And so when it squeezes, it shoots all of that water outside of the cell. And it's really cool. And so I will attach... I will post on the same, you may have seen it already, I will post a couple videos about contractile vacuoles and paramecium along with this post. So there we go. Aquaporins, the protein that water diffuses through in cell membranes. Cell leakage, rarely water will get through the phospholipids, rarely. And 3, contractile vacuoles are a cool thing that some single-celled organisms do to keep themselves from blowing up with water. I hope this helps. Have fun.